So I rise today in one of the last days of this month to recognize what I call amazing women of Illinois. The first ever biography of trailblazing horse racer Lillian Jenkinson Holder, who broke the unwritten rule that women could not be jockeys. More than 4 decades before women were allowed to ride as licensed jockeys at recognized pari-mutuel racetracks, a fearless farm girl turned racer out of Nebraska was beginning her 47-year jockey career at venues beyond the reach of big-time track rules. Her name was Lillian Jenkinson Holder. I'll explain to you why I'm involved with this story in just a moment. In the book that was just written about her, Jockey Queen, it tells the remarkable journey of a woman who never gave up on her dream of racing despite the obstacles thrown in her path. Kept from riding in major races simply because she was a woman, Jenkinson Holder thrived in the gritty world of no-holds-barred bush track racing, ultimately competing in an estimated 10,000 races over almost 5 decades. She had 3,000 wins. Jockey Queen is a fascinating glimpse into the world of a horse racing and the daring woman who defied all expectations. Now I'm going to tell you how I got to know Lillian Holder. In the last days of her life, she came to our nursing home. She was a resident there. The last race that she raced in, on the 3rd curve, her horse had a heart attack, went through the rail, and broke almost every bone in her body. Thus, she comes to Severin Nursing Home. For the first 3 months she was there, I went every day to stop by her room to try to make friends with her. And this is what she would say: "What do you want?" That's just how she talked. She was about this tall, and she's the toughest woman I've ever met. I thought my mother was, I thought my wife was. They couldn't hold a candle to Lillian Holder. So literally for 3 months, I went to her room and knocked on her door, and finally she said, "Come in." So I went into her room and we became friends. And for the next 3 months, I visited her every day. We laughed together, we cried together, we joked together. In fact, one day I forgot to go by and see her, and the next day when I went in, you know what she said? "Where were you yesterday?" That's exactly how she talked. She's one of the toughest women, but she never gave up on her dream. She was the first well-known jockey in the state of Illinois. Her name was Lillian Holder, and I promised her family when they wrote the book about her that I would share the story on the house floor of Lillian Holder, the lady that was tough as nails, had a heart bigger than a horse, and I think today she's in heaven.